So this week we're making hay in May. Really enjoyed making this video. If you've not already liked and subscribed, please do so. It helps grow our little channel. I'd just like to say a massive thank you and a big shout out to Peterson Farm Brothers. It's really kind of them to let us use some of their footage and their parody while we made the video. If you've not already checked them out, the guys are based over in the US. We've got a weekly blog on YouTube and they've also got the parodies on there, which are great fun. So please check out Peterson Farm Brothers. Enjoy the video. So this is jolly exciting. Got the mower on and we're going to try and make some hay. 7th of May. Now, I know you're all probably thinking, Rick, you try and make hay in May, the only thing's going to happen is your shed's going to set on fire. Yeah, I know that it's a bit of a risk. So it's overwintered really long and now the ryegrass in it, well, it's gone to seed and it's 5.5 foot tall in places. It's not all like that, don't get me wrong. But it is a bit of a seedy mess. We've got a bit of chicory in here as well. This was a herbal ley. Cloves have got a bit swamped, but you can see, you know, there's a lot of dead in the bottom. Big old stalky stuff now. So I think the best thing to do, well, we've got this weather window, is we're going to knock it off now. We've got 5 days of sunshine. I'll show you the mower in a bit more detail when we finish. Those of you who don't know, the conditioner is basically like a load of tines that spin round and bruise the grass. Helps let the moisture out quicker. I'd like it to have been a bit drier than it is now, a bit sunnier than it is now, but we haven't got that luxury. It is what it is, and we need to get it knocked off. Just going to program the Command Pro. I'll show you this. Nice thing with this tractor is that this stick moves us forward and backwards, increases speed, but it's also got a load of buttons on here which we can pre-program. So I could pre-program, say, this button here to work my spool valve, which means that when I want to lower the mower, I can just do that. Dead easy, or I can lift it up again. This dry spell we've been having now, we've had no rain for almost 2 months, or very little rain for 2 months. Nope. This might be the last dry spell. We might have a really wet summer hereafter, and I might struggle like heck to get forage in and make hay or haylage. Or it might carry on and we might have another 2 months of really dry weather and forage will be in great short supply. The quality of this isn't going to go any better by leaving it. So I'm very much of the philosophy, if the opportunities are there, take it, because you never know when you're going to get your next opportunity for this sort of work. So I've gone around the field once now, was spin round this 5 or 6 times, create a headland, plenty of room to work on. So we're popping along quite nicely, travelled at about 15, 16k. Any faster than that and it's shaking us about a little bit, so I think that's fast enough really. So the mower can cope with it quite happily. It's quite satisfying mowing though. Sort of one of those jobs, a bit like ploughing, you can see a difference straight away. Those jobs where it doesn't look much different after you've been over it, like power harrowing or something, gets a bit mind-numbing, but yeah, ploughing and mowing and that sort of stuff where it's an instant transformation on the field. Big danger with mowing now though really is I think we're going to be good with the weather from a sunshine and drying the grass out and getting the crop in. So the ground's really dry, so we haven't got to worry about trying to get the ground dry before we try and dry the grass, and we're not having any problem getting the bales off the field. The biggest concern is if it stays dry, and that'll be a lot of people's concern at the moment. You know, it's all well and good cutting the grass now with the dry spell we've had and got ahead of us, but if it does come hotter again and dry for a number of weeks, then this grass is not going to respond quickly. So in an ideal world we'd have 5 or 6 days now really nice dry weather to get this made and baled and carted and sorted, and immediately after that we'd have a nice big shower that would kick-start the grass growth again. But we can plan for a lot of things, but we can't really alter what the weather does.
how I bale my hay. I bale it both night and day. Blame it on humidity, baby.
Okay, so that's the field mown now, all the middle of it. So we're just going to do the back swath. So that's this last pass around the outside of the field. So that's it, mown. So we just fold the mower up now. Just like to have a quick check over the machines. Want to finish the job, make sure we've got no damage. So you see here, these are the conditioning times. So once the grass has been mown, these blades on this disc mower, you see here, that's the cutting edge. They spin round. This plate just rubs against the floor. These are spinning round, cutting the grass. And then the grass gets forced, after it gets cut, through here. And then these rotors are spinning. So that spins round and flicks the grass through the back. So these tines, as they're hitting the grass, flicking it round and just helping bruise it slightly. To be honest, it's not very, for the crop on here, it's not very tightly set. I should have just closed the hood down a little bit more really and just put a bit more into it, but we'll be going through the tedder tomorrow anyway. But yeah, it's made a nice job of mowing. It's a good first outing. Pop back to the yard now, drop this off, and then tomorrow we'll be on the tedder and we'll just give it a shake around. So we're here for our May hay challenge. So this is the field we mowed last night. It's been quite dull, but the sun came out for an hour or two earlier. It's not exact conditions I really, really like, but apparently it's going to get really hot tomorrow and the next few days thereafter. So it's had a bit of time wilt overnight now, and this morning, it's now early afternoon on day 2. So we're going to kick it around. We're going to go through it with our tedder. We run this Krone tedder. It's only a 4 rotor. Again, it'd be nice to have bigger stuff, but we don't make huge areas, so this does us. Those of you not familiar, basically it spins round at a rate of knots, and that's going to flick the grass all over the field and fluff it all up so that it can dry easily, because obviously when it's in the swath like this, you can't get sun and wind to all the grass. And we'll just keep going through that each day until we've got it to where we want it to be, the right dry matter for baling. What we've got on here is a headland system, so we can lift this bar and spin the wheels, and that will send it either, depending which way we want to go around the field, that'll send the whole machine across. And what that'll allow us to do is it'll angle the grass and flick it away from the fence. So you see, the biggest risk of damaging the machine is hitting the fence, gate posts, hedges. So if we can move this grass further away from this area, like that, kick it across the field on that first pass round, that means that all the rest of the operations going around the field will be that much easier. So you should be able to see now as I drive around the field, you can see the grass is getting flicked away from the margins, from that boundary fence. Next time I go around, I'll do the same again. I'll just move it that bit further away, and at least we've got the grass and the machinery away from the obstacles in the field. 480 on the PTO speed, and that's moving the grass around nicely. I'm not going to go too fast, I don't want to bounce the machine around too much and start breaking tines. But hopefully you can see how that little headland system on this Krone tedder, just bringing it away from the fence, is quite advantageous. Already able to see in front of me that grass we've kicked out, the difference that it's making between those rows where the mower's dropped it and where it's nicely spread evenly across the field. Absolutely maximising the space we've got to dry the grass out now.
I'm driving straight down the road. I'm driving real fast for sure. Blame it on the thunderstorm, baby. Bale.
So we're back in the field of hay in May. What a difference a day makes. Absolutely glorious weather now. It's over 21 degrees. There's a lovely breeze coming across the field. It's still green there, don't get me wrong, obviously. It's only been 48 hours since it was mown. But you can hear that rustling. We've got all this to dry out yet. But that's changed a lot. So it's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon now. Sun's been beating since it burnt the dew off this morning. So lovely time now with that breeze and the heat of the day and the heat in the grass to go through it. So I've just hitched up again the tedder, and you should notice a huge difference now. For the grass is obviously flat on the field, it's wilting down. We should start to get a bit of life into that now, and it should start to fluff up a bit, I reckon. So this is super exciting. Okay, so we've got our auto steer AB line set up from yesterday, so we can just go straight into it. PTO on, same speed as yesterday.
Bale. Bale. Bale.
So let's go through it for the second time now. So we're 48 hours after mowing. It's really drying out nicely. Nodes are the bits that really take the drying. There's plenty of life in that stem yet, as you'd expect, but the leaf's drying out really quickly. So again, you know, this time tomorrow, the way the forecast is, this will change a lot again. So yeah, this is going well. So please, quick tip, PTO. So just going to hutch this, going to leave this in the field. We'll leave the rake down in the field because there's no point bouncing that down the roads unnecessarily. We're not working anywhere else. PTO, so chain, obviously it's very important the chain's clipped on, as you all know, otherwise the whole lot spins around and then it starts to wear it all out and it all goes terribly wrong. So see, rather than just trying to force the clip through this hole, through that metal plate, which always surprises them, you just get the chain, and if it'll fit, either go through the hole, or if not, through all these little slots on the top of the PTO guard, chain round, and just hook it on top. It's dead simple. That way you're not struggling to get this clip, stretch the clip, break the clip. So it's still chained on, still can't run round. So yeah, I love to tell you that was my idea, and I came up with it all by myself, but I didn't. So Dave, if you're watching, thanks very much for that top tip you gave me a few years ago, and you've still not run me about that baler. Anyway, we'll get back to the yard. I'm going to pick up the little flail mower. Got to go and do that on a little site now, and we'll come back to this tomorrow, which is day 3 of hay in May. So I'm back out in the hay field, in the hay in May field, and I don't know if you can see, well, you might be able to hear it, but the wind is unbelievable. I mean, that is a proper drying with this sunshine. With this sunshine, and that's a proper drying wind. Look at that, the grass is going all the way back to the tractor. This is drying out really, really quickly now. So I'll whiz through it again with the tedder. This is now 72 hours since we mowed the grass off. So, and this will be the 3rd time of going through. Yeah, kicked it out the first time, turned it yesterday, 3rd time turning it today. So I'll go through this now, and then we'll come back and go through it again tomorrow and see what it's looking like. So, finished turning it again for the 3rd time. And yeah, it's looking quite good. So I thought I'd do a little experiment. What I thought I'd do, we've got some of the grasses around the edge of the field. And I thought what we could just try doing is just getting some of this grass. A sample, I mean, this is exactly what we've just mown 3 days ago. Get some of the stuff from down the bottom as well, some of the dead stuff, so it's an even comparison. We'll take this home, so we'll see what the moisture content is of this grass that's fresh. We'll compare it to what we've just turned now, which has been mown for 72 hours. Let's get out into the field and turn 3 times. And we'll just see where the moisture content is of this crop now. And hopefully there's a comparison of how much moisture we've lost in the first 72 hours. So I've got the 2 samples there. What we're going to do is take this back home, we'll put it in the oven, dry it out, we'll weigh it, put it in the oven, dry it out, and weigh it again, and we'll know what the moisture content was.
When the last bale is done, I kick it out on